I went to the Newark by-election and met up with people in Newark who wanted to stand up against UKIP. And by the way, it's Stand Up to UKIP campaign. We get people contacting us from all over saying, please, can you help me to do something against UKIP, because I want to do something. I don't like what they stand for. I think they're very dangerous. I don't like what they represent. When we went to Newark, actually again, people were so pleased to see people out campaigning against what UKIP stand for. And you know, I think the thing is they are incredibly dangerous. And the reason why I think they are is because they almost seem to be this sort of, that they dress up their racism as if it's not really racism, it's just common sense. This is how they try and put this forward. So even, you know, myself, I live in Walthamstow in northeast London. You know, 2 years ago, the English Defence League came to Walthamstow and we put 4,000 people on the streets and kicked them out, basically. And there is a really large Pakistani population in my area. And there's a group of Pakistani guys that hang around at the bottom of my flats where they have, you know, they have smoked their fags every night and congregate together and have a laugh before they go off home. And we always have chats whenever I come back because we got to know each other through the anti-EDL stuff. But the other day I came back and they said to me, Joe, what do you think about these UKIP lot? What do you reckon? He said, because my grandma, you know, she's never voted, you know, but the other day, in the last election, she told my mother, take me out to vote, I want to go and vote for this man, Nigel Farage. Now, has this woman become racist over? No. What is this about? This is about the fact that we have so many politicians who seem to say exactly the same thing no matter what party they come from, who are not talking back against the austerity and everything that's going on, and therefore Farage can appear to be this person who's somehow different from what all the other politicians are about, and we have to expose that. Now, it doesn't take long to go through the arguments with these guys. Was there a flood of Romanians and Bulgarians that came through on January the 1st this year? No, there wasn't. These are the same lies that are being told about every single immigrant community that has ever come to the UK are being told about the Eastern Europeans now. That is what Farage is about. So the arguments and discussions are not hard to have, but you have to have them. And you have to have them, you have to pull people together who want to have those arguments and those discussions with you at the same time. And that's why it's important that people are part of this national campaign. Because the stories that Julie has from the European Parliament, we need to spread to people who are campaigning on the streets in Clacton, who are talking to their mates in workplaces in Manchester and in London and down in Bristol. We have to have a way of spreading that to each other and giving each other the strength and the confidence to fight back. Because actually 30% of the British population think UKIP are racist. This is after all the media coverage they've had, all the promotion they've had. 30% of people think they're racist. We can make that bigger, actually. But in order to do that, we have to pull the 30% together. And we have to make sure that when he has his conference on the 27th of September, that there is a presence outside that conference that is part of normal British society, that is the trade unionists, that is the immigrants, that are the different community groups, and we have to stand together and shout back. So I'm really urging people now, make sure you buy your coach tickets tonight and come to Doncaster on the 27th of September. Make sure you're out in Rochdale campaigning against UKIP when they have their by-election on the 9th of October. Make sure you're out because people in Rochdale will want to see you there. And let's make sure that we take into our trade union branches all of these discussions into our communities, because actually we didn't win the argument about the EDL straight away. We didn't win the argument about the BNP straight away. We've never won anything straight away. We've always had to come together, organise together, and as such made ourselves a bigger and stronger force to make sure that we do not allow the resurgence of the right wing in whatever form it shapes to batter back the rights that we have fought for and that we are right to defend for working class people. And that's what this campaign is about. We're against racism and therefore we are against UKIP. We're against austerity and therefore we are against UKIP. And we will make sure we come together to fight back and stop these people from becoming a big force in British politics. Because if we don't do it, we can't rely on anybody else to. Yeah. It's up to us. And actually from here, from today in Manchester, we can start to be a part of a campaign that pushes them back. And that's what we have to fight for now.